Hello, my fellow viewers, family, friends, lovers. Thank you and welcome you to join me. My name is Jessica, aka Jess the Best. Now, this is part two of child support. My first video, I talked about custody. I educated most of my viewers and hopefully the world on how custody works. In this video, I'm going to educate you guys about location, locating the other party that you're seeking financial help from. All right. So it's mostly moms that have the children, mostly. You know what I'm saying? But some dads have the mothers too, and kudos to the dads that are single dads that are holding it down, taking care of their kids. Because unfortunately, a lot of fathers don't get the respect and the acknowledgement that they should. And they only get celebrated once a month in the whole year, which is Father's Day, and it shouldn't. They should be acknowledged and celebrated 365 days of the year, just like mothers do. But anyways, let's move on. So let's say you are pregnant, you're about to have a kid, you are in a relationship with the child's father, um, and you guys live together. You only know of one address, which is the one that you guys share. In the event, let's say that the relationship goes sour, and again, this information and opinions and perspective is unisex, it's for the mothers and the fathers. So, just switch roles in whatever, position you are in at the moment. Uh, so let's say you guys split up and the father moves out or the mother moves out, whatever, and you file an application for child support. Again, like I said before, whatever county or state you live in, the fees are different. They may be different. So, always educate and ask questions if you don't know. But in the state of New Jersey, if you're filing an application for child support, insurance, custody, whatever the case may be, if you were never married, you were just together and created a baby, it is $25. If you were married and now you are separated, it is $50 to file this motion. Okay? Um, if there was ever any family violence um, connected to your case, I believe, if my memory suits me correctly, and if any of my child support, if any of my viewers are my fellow child support co-workers, you're more than welcome to comment and correct me if I'm wrong. But if there was any family violence connected to your case ever, I believe it's $75 to file this motion. So, okay, you guys separated. The mom goes down to file an application for child support. And let's use this scenario. Let's say you know where he is. You through the grapevine, you heard, or your friend told you, your mama, his mama, whoever, they told you where he at. You go down, you fill out this application, you put the address that you was given or you found or whatever the case may be. All right, the way child support works, they have to send this address for verification. So the address that you put on the application has to be verified through the post office. Now, what I mean by that is the post office has to send certified mail to this location, and the signature that they're looking for, I believe, like I said, I don't know if I'm right or wrong on this because it's been a while since I haven't been at child support, so some information may not still be accurate because things change all the time. When the certified mail gets to this location where you say that the father of the child is, or the mother, whichever party is trying to be located, the post office requires a signature. Now, I don't know if anyone could sign it or it's only the non-custodial parent, whoever it may be at the time, whether it's the mother or the father, that has to sign it. Now, let's use this example. Let's say it's only the non-custodial parent's signature that they're looking for. If someone else signs it or sends it back with no signature, unfortunately, that address is no good. So now you're back to square one. Now you're back to, you know what I'm saying, hitting up your sources, whatever sources you have, to see if you could try to come up with another address, whatever. Now, let's say if someone else's signature is accepted and they sign it. Okay, cool. Now this address has been verified. When the court date comes about, it gets sent to this location, it gets sent to your location. You have a time, a date, and a place. Both of you have to show up. So that's how parent location is done. Because a lot of people, we used to get tons and tons and tons of calls with very irate mothers, very irate fathers, that are upset because, on top of that, the post office takes forever to verify these addresses. On top of that, so when you provide an address, you have to be patient because it's not something that's done in a week. It's not something that's done in 2 weeks. It takes a minute. I think it's anywhere, I don't know, I think it's like 30 days, something like that, to verify an address. Um, so yeah, that's how parent location is done. So like I said, a lot of irate mothers and fathers call up there because they feel like, child support is not doing anything for them. They're not moving fast enough. But you also have to take in consideration your case is not the only case that child support has, child support is working on, and child support is handling. These case workers have tons and tons and tons of cases that they're working through daily. On top of that, you know what I'm saying, every agency in the whole wide world, due to COVID, is shorthanded because a lot of people are sick, a lot of people are working from home, a lot of people quit, whatever, whatever. So please be patient every time you call that 877 number. Don't jump down the customer service rep's throat because they're not the caseworkers. You know what I'm saying? They're just the third party in between, taking the message and relaying it to whatever appropriate office or party it's supposed to go to. So please be a little lenient with them, you know what I'm saying? Because they get, you know what I'm saying, they get the shitty end of the stick all the time, if you will, because the people that are calling up there, they think that they're actually speaking to the caseworker. You're not. You're calling the 1-800 number. It is the call center. Unfortunately, there is no direct number to the caseworker. There is no other way you could contact the caseworker other than if you go in person yourself to the office to see these caseworkers. So, that's how you locate a parent. That's how it goes about. Any address that you provide has to be verified. And again, like I said, it's certified mail that gets sent to these locations. Um, and it has to be certified. Now let's go to the employment address verification. Let's say, um, you went down to the courthouse, you filed an application, you knew his direct address where he lived, it got verified, everything is good. Now you guys went to court, everything is established. The judge said how much he got to pay you a week, a month, however often, he got to pay you. And then now you get wind of where he works. You call the 1-800 number, whether it's the mother or the father, whoever has the kid and whoever's seeking for financial support, calls the 877 number and says, oh, I know where such and such works. All right. You provide the address. You put it in the system. That address also has to be verified, but not through the post office. What happens is, and make sure you have the specific location, because certain companies have franchise. So you have to know exactly what franchise he works for. Because let's say you say, oh, he works for McDonald's. I don't know what McDonald's. You know how many McDonald's there is in the world? So I mean, we just can't send letters to every McDonald's because that's not what we do. You know what I'm saying? We need the specific state, specific city, the specific address. We need all that information. The phone number, if you have it, we need all that information. All that information gets put into the system. Boom, paper gets sent out to that employer. Now, what happens is that employer gets the paper, then he calls the 1-800 number as well, because there's instructions on there that employers have to follow. But sometimes, even though people are reading, they don't comprehend. I mean, and it's the same language that they speak, but sometimes they don't comprehend. So we're not going to hold that against them. It's all right. That's what the 877 number is for, to call, get information, get things clarified. Totally fine. So the employers call, they get the spiel, what they got to do, how they got to send the money, blah, 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 blah. Sometimes they call and they say, I don't know who the hell this is. This person don't work here. So then now you're back to square one. So that information gets put into the system. Then, a few weeks pass, you see that you ain't getting no money. Boom, now you call back. Oh, what the hell is going on? I called, I gave the information of such and such where he works, and I'm still not receiving no payment. Unfortunately, due to confidential information, due to confidentiality that can't be broken because, you know what I'm saying, it's a state agency, and you're not the party that you're calling about, there's certain information that could be told to you and there's certain information that cannot. And that's another thing that callers have a problem with. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's the mother or the father, when they call up there, they want specific information of the other party that they're calling about. Unfortunately, we cannot do that because, again, due to confidentiality and confidential information, you wouldn't like if somebody was calling on behalf of you and they was just giving them, your whole life story. That's private. So please keep in mind that when you call up there, don't get mad if certain questions that you're asking can't be answered due to confidentiality. So you call up there, they tell you, oh, ma'am, he does not work there. Unfortunately, that's the only thing they can tell you. They can't tell you what the employer said. They can't tell you, too much. They could only tell you, he don't work there. Do you have another address that you would like to provide? Would you like to call us back when you have more information to provide? You know what I'm saying? That's just how it's gonna go. So I just want people to be mindful that the 877 number is your friend, really. And don't treat it so bad, because those people have it hard enough every day dealing with irate customers, because you guys don't know the information, you don't know the knowledge. So this is why I'm making these videos, to inform you of how things go. You know what I'm saying? With custody, with location, with employment information. This is how this goes. So if you like this video, please hit that like button, subscribe, follow me at both my social media accounts at Crazy Sexy Cool Jess and at never underscore assume 517. And see you on the flip side.